Have you ever spent time picking out what you thought would be the perfect gift, wrapping it carefully, and imagining the smile it would bring, only to see it tucked away in a drawer, forgotten within weeks? That sinking feeling reminds us that giving isn't just about choosing something pretty or expensive, it's about giving something that fits someone's life, brings joy, and leaves a meaningful memory rather than clutter. In just a few minutes, you'll learn 9 practical steps to give gifts that are truly loved, appreciated, and never create extra stuff, even for those with limited space or busy routines, and even for loved ones who seem to have everything already. Before we dive in, think, have you ever given a gift that ended up unused? Comment yes if this has happened to you. While you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the hype button to support this community. Now, meet Magdalene Faye, 72, who loved giving gifts but realized that even her most thoughtful presents sometimes ended up unused, creating more stress than joy. That's when she discovered simple, practical ways to give gifts that bring happiness, connection, and lasting memories without clutter. Today, we'll walk through the exact steps she follows every holiday to ensure every gift is cherished, meaningful, and remembered for years to come, used and remembered. Step 1. Consider their space and lifestyle. Before buying a gift, Magdalene Faye learned an important truth. Giving isn't just about choosing something beautiful or trendy, it's about understanding the recipient's life and surroundings. She realized that even the most thoughtful or luxurious gift could become a source of stress if it didn't fit into their home or daily routine. The first thing to consider is their living space. Take a moment to think about shelves, drawers, countertops, and closets. Will your gift have a natural place to live, or will it be something that sits awkwardly on a counter or ends up tucked away, forgotten? Magdalene noticed that items too large, fragile, or unusual often ended up creating clutter, no matter how well-intentioned they were. Beyond physical space, it's equally important to consider the recipient's lifestyle and habits. Does the gift align with their daily routines? Will it be something they will reach for and enjoy regularly, or will it simply become another object to manage? For seniors, mobility and safety are key considerations. Even a seemingly small or lightweight item can cause frustration if it's difficult to handle, requires bending or reaching, or needs constant maintenance. Magdalene started to imagine her loved ones' daily lives in detail. The corner where they read, the cozy chair by the window, the kitchen space where they spend most of their time. She asked herself, will this gift add happiness, convenience, or comfort to their day, or will it just take up space and add stress? To get even more insight, she would quietly observe or subtly ask about hobbies, storage preferences, and routines. Sometimes a simple conversation about what they enjoy doing now, what they use often, or what they actually need can save a lot of guesswork. She also learned that considering lifestyle includes thinking about frequency of use. Gifts that align with ongoing hobbies, interests, or practical needs are far more appreciated than items given solely for decoration. Through this approach, Magdalene found she could give gifts that blended naturally into someone's home and life, bringing joy and utility without creating clutter. It wasn't just about the object itself, it was about understanding the rhythm of someone's days and offering something that enhanced it. Have you ever given something that didn't really fit or ended up unused? Share your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories and learn from them. Step 2. Give experiences, not things. One of the most powerful lessons Magdalene Faye learned is that some of the most memorable gifts aren't objects at all. They are experiences that create lasting memories and deepen connections. Over time, she noticed that tangible gifts often lost their charm or ended up unused, but experiences left a permanent mark on the hearts of her loved ones. The beauty of giving experiences is that they don't take up space, can be enjoyed immediately, and often bring people together in meaningful ways. Consider shared outings, for example. A stroll through a botanical garden, a visit to a museum exhibit, or even a short local trip can create joy and shared stories that last far longer than any physical item. Magdalene discovered that when she invited family members to explore a new place together, everyone returned home with laughter, photos, and memories, rather than another item to store. Classes or workshops also make wonderful gifts. Craft lessons, cooking sessions, or technology tutorials not only teach new skills but also encourage engagement and growth. Magdalene's nieces and nephews were thrilled when she arranged a small pottery workshop. They didn't just receive a ceramic bowl, they experienced the process, the creativity, and the fun of learning together. The same applies to virtual experiences. Even if loved ones live far away, there are ways to share meaningful moments. Online concerts, live storytelling sessions, or family game nights via video call. These experiences allow connection across distances while keeping homes free of clutter. Magdalene found that pairing these experiences with small, thoughtful touches, like a personalized schedule, a shared playlist, or a handwritten note, enhanced the sense of anticipation and excitement. Another key insight she discovered is to match the experience to the recipient's interests and energy levels. A slow, scenic walk might be more appreciated than a fast-paced excursion. A guided cooking class could be more meaningful than a complicated hands-on project. The goal is to create joy that aligns with their preferences and abilities, ensuring the experience feels enriching rather than exhausting. Experiences also often inspire reflection, conversation, and gratitude, giving gifts a depth that objects rarely achieve. Have you ever given or received a gift that was an experience rather than a thing? Think about the moments that made the biggest impression on you or your loved ones, and share in the comments which experience you believe would bring the most joy and connection. Step 3. Give practical gifts that make life easier. Magdalene Fay realized that one of the most appreciated types of gifts for seniors isn't something decorative, it's something that genuinely makes daily life simpler, safer, or more enjoyable. Practical gifts show thoughtfulness not just in intention, but in understanding the recipient's needs and routines. She discovered that small actions could make a big difference, especially for older loved ones who might struggle with mobility, energy, or the accumulation of everyday chores. One of her favorite approaches was gifting meal delivery subscriptions. Instead of adding more kitchen gadgets or specialty food items that might go unused, a subscription allowed her family members to enjoy fresh, ready-to-eat meals or ingredients without the stress of planning, shopping, or cooking every day. It was a gift that fed both body and spirit and freed up time for more enjoyable activities. Housekeeping or organizing assistance was another practical option. Magdalene arranged for a professional organizer to help a family member declutter and streamline their space before a big holiday. The relief and joy they felt after seeing their home easier to navigate and more comfortable was immediate and profound. Gardening or home maintenance help also became a meaningful gift for her loved ones who enjoyed staying active but sometimes struggled with heavy tasks. Simple services like weeding, pruning, or minor home repairs not only supported their hobbies but also showed care for their well-being. Magdalene even gave tech tutorials or setup assistance, helping her family confidently use new devices or software. For seniors, a new gadget can be overwhelming, but guidance and support transform it into empowerment, allowing them to connect with family, access entertainment, or manage daily tasks without frustration. The key to giving practical gifts, she found, is to observe what challenges or small daily frustrations your loved ones face and offer something that removes the obstacle while bringing ease and joy. These gifts are not only used, they are remembered, appreciated, and often talked about long after the holiday season. When planning practical gifts, consider pairing them with a personal touch, like a note explaining how the gift is intended to support them or a small gesture that makes the experience special. Have you ever received a gift that truly made life easier or brought unexpected relief? Share your story in the comments so we can all celebrate the thoughtful ways gifts can improve everyday life. Step 4. Give connection-focused gifts. Magdalene Fay discovered that some of the most treasured gifts weren't tangible at all. They were moments spent together, shared experiences that strengthened bonds and created lasting memories. In a world where homes can become cluttered with objects, the gift of connection is refreshing and deeply meaningful, especially for seniors who may value time and companionship more than material things. One of her favorite approaches was creating time-together coupons. These weren't elaborate or expensive, they were simple promises of shared moments, such as a morning walk in the park, a cozy lunch at a favorite cafe, or an afternoon coffee date. Each coupon carried intention and attention, showing loved ones that she wanted to prioritize them in her busy life. Story-sharing nights also became a highlight in her family. Magdalene would gather her children and grandchildren to share personal anecdotes, family memories, or even funny and heartwarming stories from her own past. These evenings weren't just entertaining, they built a sense of continuity, identity, and closeness that no physical gift could replicate. Another way she fostered connection was through shared hobby challenges or projects. For example, she organized a small gardening challenge with her grandchildren, encouraging everyone to plant and care for a small plot of flowers or vegetables. It became a shared journey of learning, laughter, and collaboration, culminating in a tangible result that carried the joy of teamwork rather than clutter. Connection-focused gifts are flexible and adaptable to each recipient's interests and abilities. They don't require storage space or maintenance. They create memories, laughter, and meaningful engagement. Magdalene also noticed that these gifts often sparked conversations and strengthened emotional bonds long after the experience ended, making every effort far more impactful than any object she could have purchased. By observing her loved ones' preferences and routines, she could tailor experiences that they genuinely enjoyed, ensuring her gestures were thoughtful and cherished. Giving the gift of connection requires a little planning, creativity, and attentiveness, but the emotional return is immeasurable. Who in your family would most appreciate a gift that focuses on connection and shared time? Think about the people you value most and consider how you could create moments that bring you closer together. Share your ideas in the comments. We'd love to hear how you plan to give gifts that build memories rather than clutter. Step 5. Give legacy or meaningful gifts. Magdalene Fay discovered that some of the most treasured gifts are those that carry meaning far beyond the moment they are given. They are gifts that preserve memories, values, and stories for the future. Legacy gifts create a sense of continuity, connection, and emotional depth that no material item can match. One of her favorite approaches was recording voice messages for her family. These messages could be simple greetings, reflections, or personal stories. Hearing her voice, telling anecdotes from her life, or sharing little pieces of wisdom became something her loved ones could return to again and again, creating a lasting presence even when she wasn't physically there. Letters of advice or family memories were another cherished gift. Magdalene would write letters to her children and grandchildren, recounting memorable experiences, lessons she had learned, or small moments that had shaped her life. These letters were more than words on paper. They were tangible pieces of her life that could be treasured for generations. She also embraced digital collections, compiling family recipes, photos, or video clips into organized albums or shareable folders. These gifts allowed her loved ones to relive shared experiences and connect with family history in a meaningful and interactive way. Another deeply appreciated approach was creating family history timelines. Magdalene would map out key events, milestones, and stories from previous generations, helping younger family members understand their roots and fostering a sense of belonging. These legacy gifts were not only deeply personal but also flexible. They could be revisited, shared, and even added to over time, making them living gifts that grew with the family. The key to legacy gifting, she realized, was thoughtfulness and intention. The gift needed to reflect the values, stories, and passions that mattered most to both giver and recipient. It was about leaving behind something meaningful, something that would spark conversations, emotions, and memories long after the holiday season had passed. Legacy gifts honor the past while enriching the present and inspiring the future, creating bonds that material gifts rarely achieve. What legacy gift would you love to give to your family or loved ones? Consider what stories, wisdom, or memories you could preserve and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you plan to leave a meaningful imprint through the gifts you give. Step 6. Give small, consumable, or digital gifts. Magdalene Fay discovered that some of the most thoughtful and appreciated gifts aren't big or expensive. They are small, consumable, or digital items that bring immediate joy without creating clutter and fit beautifully into the lives of seniors. She learned that a gift's impact isn't measured by its size or cost, but by how it enhances someone's daily life and brings moments of happiness. Small gifts are perfect for seniors because they are easy to use, require little to no storage, and integrate naturally into daily routines. One favorite option was tea, coffee, or spice samplers. A new tea blend for a morning ritual, a gourmet coffee sampler for a relaxing afternoon, or a special spice to brighten cooking created repeated moments of pleasure, turning ordinary routines into small celebrations. These consumables gave her loved ones something to look forward to daily, creating joy that lasts longer than a single moment. Digital gifts became another trusted choice. Audiobook or music credits let recipients select stories, lessons, or songs that fit their mood or interests, offering entertainment and enrichment without adding physical items. Puzzle or game apps provided mental stimulation, engagement, and sometimes friendly competition with family or friends, all in a format requiring no storage space. Handwritten notes, small cards, or brief messages included with these gifts added a personal touch, transforming simple items into something emotionally significant. The true value comes from thoughtfulness. Carefully observing loved ones' routines, preferences, and small joys ensures each gift feels meaningful and genuinely appreciated. Small or digital gifts inspire repeated enjoyment. They can be used immediately, replenished, or revisited, creating ongoing happiness without clutter. They are especially suitable for seniors with smaller living spaces, limited mobility, or a preference for simplicity. By focusing on items that are enjoyable, practical, and meaningful, Magdalene ensured her gifts brought delight, connection, and comfort without stress or waste. Even a tiny gesture, like a favorite tea, short note, or beloved song, can communicate thoughtfulness, attention, and love. Which small gift would delight your loved ones most? Think about their daily routines, habits, and favorite little pleasures, and share your ideas in the comments. Sometimes the tiniest gifts create the biggest smiles and most lasting memories. Step 7. Personalize every gift thoughtfully. Magdalene Fay learned that the magic of a gift isn't in its price tag or size, it's in the thought and care behind it. Personalizing every gift thoughtfully transforms it from a simple item into a meaningful gesture that resonates deeply with the recipient. She discovered that pairing even small gifts with heartfelt notes elevated their value tremendously. A short, handwritten message, a memory shared, or words of encouragement could make a simple tea sampler, a favorite spice, or a digital audiobook feel like a treasured keepsake. Thoughtful notes convey intention, attention, and love, making the recipient feel seen, valued, and remembered. Beyond notes, tailoring gifts to a loved one's specific interests, habits, or life stage adds layers of meaning. Magdalene observed that understanding what her friends and family truly enjoyed, how they spent their days, and what brought them comfort or joy allowed her to select gifts that fit seamlessly into their lives. A gardening enthusiast might receive a small, curated plant kit with guidance suited to their level of mobility, while a music lover could receive curated playlists or digital music credits featuring genres they adore. Recognizing life stage is equally important. Seniors who are downsizing may prefer consumable or digital gifts, while someone with a cozy home office might appreciate practical organizational tools. Focusing on thoughtfulness over cost or size ensures that every gift carries emotional weight and practical value. It's the intention behind the gift, the reflection on the recipient's personality, routines, and preferences that creates lasting impact. Magdalene also noticed that personalized gifts often sparked conversations, laughter, and deeper connections, extending the joy far beyond the moment of giving. By observing, listening, and reflecting, she made sure every gift told a story, showed care, and created memories rather than clutter. Personalization also allows for creativity, combining small items into themed bundles, adding a note that references a shared memory, or including an inside joke makes the gift unique and memorable. In a world where many presents are generic or quickly forgotten, this approach sets a gift apart, making it something the recipient cherishes and remembers for years. How do you like to personalize gifts for your loved ones? Think about their routines, interests, and memories you share, and share your ideas in the comments below. Personal touches are what transform gifts from ordinary to extraordinary. Step 8. Avoid duplicate gifts. Magdalene Fay learned early on that even the most thoughtful gifts could lose their impact if they duplicated something a recipient already owned. Duplicate gifts often lead to frustration, wasted space, or items being tucked away and forgotten, exactly the clutter she wanted to avoid. To prevent this, she developed simple yet effective strategies. One approach was to ask subtly about a loved one's current possessions or needs. Instead of directly asking, "What should I buy?" she would weave questions into casual conversations about hobbies, routines, or recent purchases. This allowed her to gather important information without making the recipient feel pressured or spoiled. She also made use of wish lists whenever possible. Whether it was a family holiday list, an online registry, or a shared digital note, wish lists provided guidance and minimized the risk of duplication. Keeping track of what had already been given in previous years became another key habit. Magdalene maintained a simple log, noting gifts she had purchased, when they were given, and for whom. This record helped her plan future gifts thoughtfully, avoid repeats, and maintain a sense of novelty and excitement in her giving. She noticed that even small repetitions could feel less special to recipients, especially when the duplicated item wasn't needed or didn't fit their lifestyle. Avoiding duplicates wasn't just practical, it showed attentiveness, consideration, and respect for the recipient's space and preferences. It demonstrated that she paid attention to their lives, remembered past gifts, and wanted each present to be meaningful rather than redundant. Magdalene also encouraged using creativity to avoid duplication in subtle ways, such as giving different flavors, variations, or versions of previously enjoyed gifts, or combining items into new themed packages that offered fresh experiences while respecting what had been given before. She emphasized that the goal wasn't just to avoid clutter but to ensure each gift felt intentional, personal, and useful. Seniors especially appreciate this care, as they often value functionality, relevance, and thoughtfulness over novelty or extravagance. By preventing duplicates, Magdalene ensured that every gift brought joy, utility, and connection, reinforcing the emotional impact rather than contributing to unnecessary accumulation. How do you make sure your gifts don't duplicate what someone already owns? Share your tips in the comments. Avoiding repetition keeps every gift special and cherished. Step 9. Package thoughtfully without adding clutter. Magdalene Fay realized that how a gift is presented can be just as important as the gift itself, especially for seniors who value both beauty and practicality. Thoughtful packaging enhances the excitement of receiving a gift, creates a sense of occasion, and shows care, but it doesn't have to contribute to clutter or waste. She embraced eco-friendly, reusable, or multi-purpose packaging as her standard. Beautiful fabric wraps, reusable gift bags, or sturdy boxes that could be repurposed not only looked elegant but also respected the recipient's space. For example, a small gift wrapped in a cloth pouch could later serve as a storage bag for jewelry, accessories, or keepsakes, giving the packaging a second life instead of adding clutter. Pairing packaging with an experience or note further enhanced the emotional value of the gift. Magdalene often tucked in a handwritten card, a short story, or a small instruction for a shared activity alongside the gift itself. A box containing a miniature tea sampler might also include a note inviting the recipient to a tea-tasting afternoon together, transforming the gift into an interactive, memory-making moment rather than just a material item. Keeping packaging beautiful but practical was another key principle. She avoided excessive wrapping paper or plastic ribbons that would immediately be discarded. Instead, she chose aesthetically pleasing materials that complemented the gift while offering utility afterward, such as sturdy jars, tins, or decorative envelopes that could hold letters, recipes, or craft materials. Magdalene noticed that this approach delighted recipients. They appreciated the care in presentation and the thoughtfulness of packaging that could be reused, saving them the trouble of disposing of bulky or wasteful materials. Thoughtful packaging reinforced the message that the gift was chosen with attention and respect, highlighting the giver's mindfulness of the recipient's space, lifestyle, and values. For seniors who often live in smaller homes or prioritize simplicity, this approach was particularly effective. The gift felt luxurious and special without adding unnecessary items to their environment. How do you like to package gifts to make them memorable and useful? Share your tips in the comments below. Thoughtful packaging turns a simple gift into an experience that is treasured, appreciated, and remembered. Magdalene Fay's approach to gift-giving transformed her family's holidays in ways she never expected. By thoughtfully selecting gifts that fit into her loved ones' lives rather than simply filling shelves, she created celebrations filled with joy, connection, and meaningful moments. Her family noticed the difference immediately. The living room stayed calm and inviting, uncluttered by unnecessary packages or items that would have otherwise collected dust. Instead, every gift brought practical value, heartfelt connection, or shared experiences that were cherished long after the wrapping was opened. Magdalene's careful attention to personalizing each present, avoiding duplicates, and using thoughtful, reusable packaging meant that every item she gave had a purpose and created delight without stress. From consumable treats that sparked daily pleasure to digital gifts that entertained and engaged, her choices respected space, routines, and individual interests, showing her family how much she truly knew and valued them. Over the holidays, she observed her relatives engaging more deeply, not just with the gifts themselves, but with each other. Conversations sparked by shared experiences, laughter over small surprises, and moments of reflection over legacy gifts all added layers of meaning that went far beyond any material item. The key takeaway became clear: give gifts that fit life, not shelves. Every present should bring joy, ease, or connection, never clutter. Magdalene also reinforced the importance of community and participation. She encouraged her family, and now, through her story, you, to celebrate the act of giving as an expression of thoughtfulness, not obligation. And while the holidays are brighter with intentional gifts, she reminds us that the joy continues when we share, engage, and support one another. Before you go, remember to like, subscribe, and hype this video to help this message reach more seniors who want meaningful, clutter-free holidays. Here's how to hype. Step 1. Open your YouTube app and scroll to the comment preview carousel until you see the hype button. Step 2. Tap hype. Step 3. Choose how many points you want to give. Smaller creators get a bigger boost. Step 4. Confirm, and you're done. You get 3 free hypes per week, and each one pushes this video higher so more people over 60 can discover these tips. Hype often and you might even earn a Hype Star badge, showing you as one of this channel's top supporters. Together, we can create a community that celebrates thoughtful giving, values space and simplicity, and turns holidays into moments of joy, warmth, and lasting connection. May your celebrations be peaceful, your gifts meaningful, and your homes full of smiles, laughter, and memories that linger far beyond the season.